Hi, I'm Matt Goldman with Coldwell Banker Bain and MattGoldmanHomes.com. In this episode, I'm going to give you 3 things that every home buyer in Bellingham needs to know. We're also going to visit one of Bellingham's fastest growing breweries, Aslan Brewing Company. But first, let's start with some market information. So a couple weeks ago, the Bellingham Herald ran a front page article saying that craft brew sales have nearly doubled in the last 2 years in the region. And so today, we're at the contending craft kings of the Bellingham brew scene, Aslan Brewing Company. We're joined by Trosset, one of the founding members and the current sales and distribution manager.
Is
that right? All right, Bo, thanks so much for joining us.
You bet.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Aslan and how it started. What's your origin story?
So we started as home brewers. Originally, my brother and I moved back to Bellingham in late 2011. And he was home brewing at the time, and I was working construction. I was living in Hawaii, and he was living in Florida. And we moved back here. Frank is our head brewer, and he's always been extremely passionate about beer, and was even more so passionate about beer than construction. So that was yeah, exactly. And throughout that winter, skiing at Mount Baker, I actually met our other 2 business partners, and it was kind of like always just a speculation of like, oh yeah, someday we'll start a brewery and it'll be awesome, and we can have our own business, and you can do this, and you can run sales, and you can own it, and so on and so forth. And that summer, it actually turned into a real conversation when my brother Frank and our CFO, CEO Jack, together realized that Jack had the business knowledge and some capital to be able to put towards it, and Frank had the brewing knowledge and passion to be able to go into a partnership and form Aslan Brewing Company.
We have a similar path, actually. Like, we both lived in Hawaii. We both did our undergraduate work at Western Michigan University. Now we're both in Bellingham. Yeah, go Broncos. And then you went to high school here.
Yep.
You moved and you traveled and you lived all over, and then you came back. So what brought you back to Bellingham here?
I think Bellingham is kind of like, I don't know, when you get its own.
Yeah. It's so unique as to what's offered here.
Totally. Yeah. I'm pretty biased, but it doesn't matter.
Me too.
Yeah, it was the outdoors, the community, the culture, and the people. You know.
So the last question is a question that I ask all the guests that come on the show, is if there was one thing about Bellingham, whether it be the culture, whether it be something in the landscape or the due process of the city, or anything that we do here that you could kind of mimic in every other city around the country that would make it great, what would that be?
Local support here, it makes it a lot easier for running your own, operating your own business, and being able to have a larger impact in the local community. It's just, the support is amazing. It's
it allows you to be like a vibrant part of the community.
Yeah, definitely, and that means a lot. You know, going to high school here and having family here, and you know, you travel a lot. You go to all these different places, and you realize the high quality this area is, and really wanting to be able to put some roots in this area, but then also have an impact in a positive way on the community. It's you know, we've been able to do that here, and it just garners more support that way, and you can work with more nonprofits and more local organizations. Some fun stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Bo, thank you so much.
Cheers.
I appreciate your time today.
Yeah,
Take care.
Thanks for coming in.
As promised, 3 things that every home buyer in Bellingham needs to know when starting their home buying search. Thing number 1 is be flexible. And I don't mean Om Shanti be flexible. I mean be flexible in your home search. If you have a desire to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Berkeley with a grotto and a pool and a hot tub and mirrors on the ceilings in the bedroom, you need to prioritize what really means something to you. So yes, you obviously need those mirrors on the bedroom ceiling. Maybe you need 2 bathrooms, but do you need 3 bedrooms? Maybe you only need 2. You need to sit down with your broker and have a really open and honest conversation about what your needs are and what your wants are. Make 2 lists and prioritize each of those lists. Bellingham right now is a seller's market. There's currently about 1.3 months of inventory on the market. And what that means is that if no other homes came on the market, it would take us a month and a third to sell everything. Now typically it's around 5 months worth of inventory. So this is a little bit different situation. There aren't a ton of homes on the market, but there are a lot of people still buying. So being flexible in your search can help you find something that you will still fall in love with, but might not be that original long shot idea. Step number 2, be competitive. And this goes into that low inventory that we currently have and the amount of people that are buying homes. When you find a home that you like, chances are you're not going to be the only person who likes that home. There are probably going to be 2, 10, 20 offers on that same place. So it's time to be competitive. And even if you've never had that competitive fight, if you played dodgeball in grade school for the sheer joy of being hit in the face with a rubber ball, now is the time to turn it on. You've got to get competitive. You've got to work with your broker to act quickly, swiftly, and make your highest and best offer first. Step number 3 goes along with being competitive, but it has to do with your pre-approval process. So it's important to get pre-approval before you even start looking for homes. So pre-approval for a mortgage. It's pretty commonplace that most buyers are doing that now, but what I encourage you to do is go one step beyond that and get full approval through underwriting. So what this means is when you go in for a pre-approval, you may provide some pay stubs, some tax records, information about your assets, but they just do a preliminary check to make sure that yes, once we send it to underwriting, this person will probably be approved. I'm saying go the full way, bring in all your documentation to your lender, have them send you through all the way through underwriting so that when you put an offer down, they know this money is secure, this money is coming from the bank, and it only gives you more of that competitive edge to get the home that you want. So there you have it, 3 things that every home buyer in Bellingham needs to know. If you enjoyed this information and would like more, I suggest clicking the link in the show notes and downloading your very own comprehensive Bellingham Buyer's Guide. This is a comprehensive guide that we put together with nearly 40 pages of detailed information on neighborhoods, the home buying process, and some financing information as well. So I hope you check it out. Thanks again to Trosset from Aslan Brewing Company and aslanbrewing.com. And remember, my goal is that when you're ready to buy or sell a home in Bellingham, you think of me first. So feel free to reach out to me. My email is also in the show notes. Remember to like and share this video. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.